Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Gyro here, and today I'm bringing to you a video of a Horrific Vision of Orgrimmar run on my Death Knight, Unholy Death Knight with a prized possession, Ring of ilevel 415 and Cloak rank 10. I will show you in a second my talents, so it's Unholy build. It's a lazy Unholy build. I can talk to you a little bit more about it if you're interested in some other videos. Let me know in the comments down below. And you see that I do not have Gift of the Titans. No Gift of the Titans, embarrassing blues in the inventory, Cloak rank 10 only. And this is going to be an honest push for full clear, which succeeded. So this is, I am kind of reluctantly calling it a guide, because there are always guide elements to these rumbles. If you're new here and this casual eye level is your eye level and you like someone to kind of tell you exactly all the feels and all the everything that's happening when you're running Horrific Visions under the influence of masks and without, and clearing them fully or partially, please consider subscribing to the channel, showing your support. You're most welcome to join our little casual Horrific Vision runners club. Now, let's get straight to it. Ranting to the minimum, hold on to your butts. Here we go. It is Orgrimmar, obviously it's not as hard as Stormwind, and I'm starting this run expecting to do a full proper push. So I am definitely not slowing down here, or not just exploring every single corner or picking up every single chest straight away, because I know what's my priority. I am kind of getting everyone, all of these mobs, into a group. I was dazed unfortunately, and I run into this hut where we have found in the past, and we are going to find again, the vial of mysterious fluid, liquid, that is a bad liquid. That's the one that takes your sanity away. We always do it as number one, guys, and this still works fairly well for me. But as a spoiler alert, I will say that right now I'm pushing in the background on my Beastmaster Hunter, who is not as well geared but getting there. And these kind of getting all the mobs here into this hut doesn't work as well on Beastmaster at the moment, but for these kind of better geared, very solid melee characters like Demon Hunter, like Death Knight, it works very well. That's why I recommend this for you. Now, we saw that it's a blue liquid for this run, that is my bad one. So I'm doing my usual thing of just picking up everything, whatever comes my way, and I don't think I'll even do very well, very diligently. I think I skip a few, just for the sake of time, for the running time, and how hectic it is. And but I'm gonna try and replenish my sanity and get all these extra DPS buffs whenever possible, unsurprisingly for you. Certainly having no Gift of the Titans after having run on my Demon Hunter who has Gift of the Titans several times now. Seriously guys, as they say, we people, we humans get used to good stuff very easily, and not having it, oh my god, it hurts, okay? Fortunately, I do have cranial defibrillation, and I do have the elite extermination, which just there gave me 200 sanity back. Without it, without having at least elite extermination, I wouldn't even attempt this in my item level range. You most welcome to try if you have higher item level, and please share in the comments down below how that went for you. Obviously, video format is better. I very much respect people who are pushing content at higher difficulties and, you know, and with more impediments, like not having all possible talents. But this is what we do here. At this item level, you need every help you can get. That's my point. General perception of mine, general impressions of mine, if you're considering an alt perhaps, or you have a Death Knight and you're thinking maybe you should rank them up, yeah? A lot of help comes from the Cloak. So Cloak of item level of rank 10 is probably the earliest you can realistically start pushing for Horrific Vision full clear, and definitely not Stormwind, at least not for me, at least not at my skill level and item level. Because it's hard, as we spoke about this many times. I don't want to just repeat everything that I said in my previous videos. By the way, if you feel like yes, you wanted the general gist of what's happening, so you heard this intro, for the lack of a better word, and now you don't want to keep listening to me for another 15 odd minutes, well, feel free to just, you know, reduce the volume and just enjoy the run, and let me know in the comments down below if this is the format you do not like, however you like these videos. I'm being very serious here, it's not a passive-aggressive statement. I will just consider how many people are voting for which style. I generally like to talk, I feel like I connect with you guys better this way, and I feel like I also, even though a lot of it is rambles, but I do convey how it feels, I do convey all this kind of stuff, and I think it's valuable. I'd like someone to do that for me if I was watching videos like this. You know how they say it, when you produce content that you would like to watch. Well, it's not the proudest moment every single time when I record every single one of these narratives or record a video, it's not. But at the same time, in general, I would honestly tell you that this is the content I'd like to watch, so I hope you are agreeing with me. If not, let me know. Let me know what you would like to watch, because constructive criticism or advice or recommendations, requests, they're always better than just saying you suck. And I know that none of you have so far, so I was very grateful for my audience so far. You've been very supportive, guys, very supportive for this growing channel. As you can see, I ran out of sanity at this point, and again I'm pushing it very close to the wire. I practically was on 0 when I spawned the orb. Was it risky? Yes, absolutely, there are plenty of risky moments here. It wouldn't have been the end of the world if I didn't make it into a full run, and maybe right now, being completely honest with you, I was pushing hard, but at some point maybe it was a little bit almost a surprise that I made it, because I was like, at this item level and no Gift of the Titans talent and cloak rank only 10, not 12. Yeah, nah. But yeah, it happened. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't crazy stressful either. Like, I'm not trying to say to you that it was crazy stressful. As I said in some previous videos, and the guidey part of this video, I suppose, which I have in every video, I suppose, is that the Death Knight generally feels a lot more tanky than Death Knight. Than Demon Hunter, of course. My Demon Hunter is more dashy. I would have gotten out of this blast, for example, on Demon Hunter. But Death Knight is a little bit, is much slower actually, I'd say much slower, but quite a lot tankier. He can take a lot more punishment face on when there are ads. I tend to pull a lot more mobs on him, but at the same time, especially after running Demon Hunter quite a lot, I do notice how much slower he is in getting out of every single problem, every single hazard, every single thing thrown at you. But through this area, as I said to you in one of the first full clear videos, or close to full clear videos, I can't remember which one it was, I basically do this hardest bit first, and this hardest bit, when I finish with it, it basically tells me whether or not I should continue pushing or whether I should just slow down. And I'll explain. So if, for example, cranial defibrillation went off on the fight with that guy, if I saw that I've bitten off more than I could chew at this item level, because you have to understand, it's always an experiment, and that's part of the fun of it. That's why I keep doing it on many classes. That's why it may seem like repetitive content to you, especially if you are new here, but it's not really. I explore slightly different strategies. On one run, I pay more attention to those liquids, I pick up every single one, vials. On another one, I kind of mostly ignore them, like on this one. But that probably was actually an omission of mine. I should have spent more time. And in this one I started, mid-run, I started picking up the chests, because I think around this point, now trying to remember what I thought back then, around this point I thought, nah, I probably won't make it into a full run, even after clearing the big guy, and it went fairly well, that first area. But regardless, so this is what we're doing. And I've received, one of my people said to me that I can skip the two elementals, the ones that are right ahead, that road up ahead, the ones that are guarding the area to the mini boss of this area. Yeah, apparently I can skip that by hugging this building, by just going very close to that building. I didn't have to fight these two guys, and I have always, and they're actually fairly tanky, so it takes me, I don't know how long, maybe a minute, about a minute to get rid of both of them, and that's a valuable minute. So when I start also saving on this time, I think the run is going to be even more smooth. Yeah. So I am gonna slow down on the speed of my commentary because there is only so much new stuff that I can say to you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna watch it together with you, this recording of my original run, and I'm just gonna speak up when there is stuff to comment, right? So in this particular case, I risked not replenishing my sanity because I thought that at this DPS, I'm quite genuinely impressed with the DPS of this item level that Death Knight can push out, can dish out. That's why, was it risky? Yep, but I still had cranial defibrillation. Cranial defibrillation is the main thing that allows you to take these risks. Because worst case scenario, you know that you need to ramp down to 4 chest run, and you know that you cannot do anything. I did not have to run into these waves, by the way. I was just trying to finish him off quickly. But did you see what just happened? I messed up very significantly there. Because I ran in like an idiot, and cranial defibrillation did go off just as I killed him. Like literally there was like a, if you rewind and if you take a look at this closer, there was just cranial defibrillation went off, 500 sanity was returned and I was half healed. And then like second later, the big guy died and I got 200 usual sanity from the elite extermination talent. That was that moment. So at that moment, that is where I thought, okay, I messed up. I'm just gonna keep going, but there is no chance I'm gonna make it without cranial defibrillation. This was already very, very messed up. I was super disappointed in me. So if I had to point out to you one bit that you could have done better, it's you could have saved, for example, on skipping those 2 big dudes before the elemental. You could have saved that half a minute of whatever your sanity drain is worth during that period of time. And you could have definitely made it with cranial defibrillation still being here. But right now, no cranial defibrillation, no Gift of the Titans, and the wonderful, wonderful 415 blue trinket. Yeah, and that's what we're doing, guys. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna shut up temporarily. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna talk when the situation becomes more interesting. Just watch for now. So I decided to play a little bit safer here, and I did summon the orb, as you can see. I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm not gonna risk this. This is not such a dashy character that's gonna quickly dispatch of this guy. I was fairly confident, but now that I have lost cranial defibrillation, you see that this is a negative pattern. Generally, you'd call it a negative pattern in what we do, right? You cannot be risk-taking anymore. You have to be relatively kind of conservative with your pool, and this one was as conservative as they get. By my standards, as you've seen my other videos, the amount of sanity I had left before I summoned this orb, I seriously was wasting sanity. In my opinion, this was a waste. But it was part of the fact that made me feel confident that I'm gonna make it, at least through this area, and I didn't want to take any chances with it. Here, yes, I have only one orb left, which I was always planning to save for Thrall. But then Rexa is still ahead of us. Let's see how Rexa treats us this time around. Obviously I cannot sneak past. I'm not some sort of a stealthy type, and I'm not a night elf with shadow meld. By the way guys, spoiler alert, another video that comes your way would be me continuing to review different masks. I had another very starting successful but then super embarrassingly painful end run on my main, on my Death Knight, or on my Demon Hunter, sorry. And I've been testing the mask of Daredevil. So the next video that's coming your way after this one in a couple of days time, as I try to stick to my schedule, and so far have been doing okay, is gonna be me talking about that mask of Daredevil, how it feels, and you will see it all in action. You will see exactly where I messed up, and you'll see exactly where I could have made it, really. And hopefully this will give you further insight that you need when you start considering your runs with your masks as well. So if you somehow haven't already subscribed, please consider showing your support, and plus you will not miss the video. So there is your shameless sales pitch of the next video for you. Why not, right? You need to know what's coming up your way. So let's deal with this guy, and we run into Rexa, and then we'll talk more. And here is where I decided to spend my last orb, guys. You understand why, right? No cranial defibrillation, Rexa is a pain. I thought that this orb ticking here still, if I start pumping out as much damage as I could, I had a little bit of that, you know, leadway, kind of a little bit of that... What do you call it? I don't know, I don't care. You know what I mean. I wanted to start on basically free sanity. I wanted to start while sanity wasn't draining, and I thought that that's exactly what got me ahead, and exactly what allowed me to beat him without losing too much and having still enough left for Thrall. Because Thrall, funnily enough, I'm not complaining, I am grateful to Blizzard devs, but Thrall is, with all the abilities that he gains from all of his fallen colleagues, yeah? He is less painful than, let's say, fully beefed up Rexa with a mask. I'm talking with a mask, I'm not talking right now. Okay, to this item level, of course, he's still a challenge, but you know what I'm saying, right? So that's my impression, that's my opinion. Let me know how your personal assessment goes. But I never find Thrall too hard. Rexa is harder than Thrall, in my opinion, somehow, under the influence of a mask. And yes, this guy has 2 pets, but he doesn't have traps of Rexa. He doesn't have those extra shadowy things that start crawling on the floor. He's actually not too bad, Thrall. Whatever he tries to do, he's nowhere near as annoying as Illyria. Because Illyria, oh my god. As just the rest of Stormwind, Illyria is horrible. Illyria should be a mask of her own. Like, there should be a mask, meet Illyria. And it naturally would make you meet Illyria, yes. I hope I made myself very, very clear, guys. I'm still recovering from my cold, in case you're wondering why, Gyro, your voice changes, why you're sort of crackling a little bit there. Guys, I'm trying. I honestly am trying. Yes, it's fun for me, yeah, it's not... I don't take it as a job slog type of stuff. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, man, it takes a wind out of you, it does. Alright, let's finish this guy off and take a look at the rewards. And yeah, guys, it was tight. it was definitely tight. See how low, so kind of really his health is almost proportionately going in line with my sanity. There's really not much sanity left, as you can see. And that also once again makes a point of why you shouldn't stop and gather too many. Yes, let's jump because I'm happy. Jump because you're happy! 5 chests. There you go. No Gift of the Titans. Wonderful 415 pride and joy of mine trinket that I bloody cannot still replace. There is just no drop for me, that's my luck for you. And all of this kind of stuff that we're assembling. So thank you very much for joining me again for this run, guys. I'm picking up the chest piece, new mask for this character, Long Night. We have it already on my Demon Hunter, but now we'll have it also on Death Knight. Anna Malus pet that comes from this bottle, and all sorts of different pieces of that go towards upgrade of my cloak. Thanks very much for watching. Tune in for the next one where we'll talk about the Mask of Daredevil.